Hi there, it's Louise with you of Timeless Craft Mama, and today I'd like to share a scrapbook layout process video created for Scrapbook Boutique. Now this page is going to combine a couple of little elements, firstly using the Kaisercraft Lilac Whisper collection and the Distress Oxide and Distress Ink pads. So what I've done first is chosen the colours that I want to use, and in typical boy blue fashion I have chosen to use the blues. So we're starting with the Broken China Distress Oxide, adding it to a craft mat and then just applying it through the stencil with the foam pad. Now once I've got this through the stencil, I'm going to hit it with some water, and that's going to help separate the elements in that oxide and give me some of those drips. So this is the sort of look I was going for. I wanted to have kind of the separation of the elements of that oxide and to create this sort of not necessarily messy but different levels of colour in that background. So I'm going to go ahead now and use Blueprint Sketch in just the straight Distress ink, and I'm applying that in areas over the Distress Oxide ink. So some I wanted the area to be that Broken China, and then other times I wanted to have that that really blue of the Blueprint Sketch. Now off camera I've gone ahead and I've stitched around the outside of the layout. It needed a border, something to bring it all together. So I've stitched around it just with machine stitching, and then I'm looking at the drips that I've got going on and I'm thinking, okay, I really like the light Broken China, but I need some of those blue drips to come down as well. So I'm going to just use my water brush and go ahead and add some Blueprint Sketch drops. Now my Lilac Whisper collection has already been used a little bit, as you can see from the sticker sheet and the papers, but I'm going to go ahead and have a little bit of a play around with some of the elements. I'm not quite sure what I want to do here. I have picked a photo that I want to use, so I decided that I'm going to mount that just to help bring the elements of the background with this collection. Now I've decided that my photo is going to go in the middle, and I had a little bit of a play around with this paper which I was going to fussy cut, but honestly I'm not much of a fussy cutter, so I kind of didn't get very far with that, and I did end up scrapping it off the final page. Now I have some of the 49 and Market flowers that I've pulled out as well, so these are really great to use. You can leave them plain or add some colour to them as well, depending on what you want to do. I've started working on a cluster there, but really I am still having trouble working out where this page is going. So I didn't start with any particular plan in mind, it was just sort of fly by the seat of my pants. Now the sticker sheet had this really wonderful saying, and I thought that it would be perfect to use as a large part of the layout. So what I've done is, to help me lift it off the page a little bit more, I've gone ahead and mounted it onto paper first, and then I've put foam strips underneath it just to give it a little bit of extra lift off that page. I didn't want it getting lost in that background. Oh no, sorry, I told a story there. I did end up leaving that fussy cut flower in. I just fussy cut it a little bit more. I didn't leave the whole triangle piece like what I had started with. So a little bit more foam mounting tape just to add some dimension, and I'm also going to add some cheesecloth in the background as well, just because I feel like cheesecloth gives this really interesting element into background layers. So putting everything together, not a lot of in-depth in this page. I've added a couple of little extras from that Lilac Whisper collection, some of the woods, some of the stickers, there's some clocks and things, some beautiful elements to that collection. I'm also going to just colour that love word with the Distress Oxide, and this page is all finished. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to check out Scrapbook Boutique for all the supplies used in this video.